this is a love reading and the interests that are around you at this time. Jeez. There's a lot of cards just they're all just flying out, so I guess I'll include all of these here. And then we have a party. And we have some things happening here, coming to an end, new ways of thinking, building. We have a full house. Lots of women and one king of cups, of course. He is sharing his cups with 3 queens at this time. Okay. But I'll pull one more card here just to start, but looks like he's realizing this is not going to work out for him. The way he thinks about women, I think he's turning a new leaf. What he wants. There's a lot of newness, changes, and maybe some sort of message that comes through, but okay. Yeah. So this King of Cups is kind of busy, and it's interesting because in his mind, he's actually torn between the 3 of you. He actually thinks that all 3 of you have very good qualities, and he can't decipher what is what. He can't decipher which quality he actually wants, right? I think he's starting to come to a conclusion that his old way of thinking is no bueno. And I think he's actually turning a new leaf. This is not necessarily a totally bad card, paired with the Hanged Man here, which is also kind of thinking differently about, things. I think that he's starting to think about what really works, right? And what doesn't work. And he's trying to build his life and his fortune accordingly. He's trying to make sure that the people around him are all working together and not fighting with each other, because he's stacking pentacles at this time and he's getting places. Like the 8 of Pentacles is, very it's successful still. Like you're not maybe at the end of where you want to be, but you're successful. You're really stacking money at this time, and it's starting to work, and now you're trying to just like kind of oil the wheels so they're not squeaky. I don't know why that's coming up, but I think he needs to figure out here with these 3 queens just chilling, all different, but all very all interesting in his mind, but I think he's coming to some sort of epiphany of the way that he's been thinking about women has been wrong, or not doing him justice, not giving him the right outcome for himself. And, he's also had his fair share of fighting, arguing. Women, maybe there's a lot of women that just kind of argue with him. And this king is kind of just like really tired of getting the same outcome. He wants to be productive, but in his past past or with whatever he's dealing with currently or, in the present. He's starting to realize that his way of thinking has gotten him into trouble. This Chariot is, a fast-moving message, which I'm not really sure what that is, so we'll clarify. But maybe he's coming in with a message to you about this. I don't know. But the Chariot is some sort of message that's going to come into swiftly. Maybe he's going to admit his old way of life and how he's kind of changed, turned over a new leaf. And actually came to some sort of new realization within himself, to kind of get him out of this fighting, arguing. Maybe all these queens are just kind of really not giving him what he wants. The Seven of Swords, there's a lot of arguments. Lots and lots of arguments. Yes, fighting, arguments, clashing, between these two. And that's what it always results with, for some reason, with him. And he's trying to, he realizes that he's included in this problem somehow. So how, when you're stuck in like a life problem, and especially if you're dating and you're finding that you're finding the same issue happen over and over again, unfortunately, you are part of the problem too. But it's not about a blame game. It's about getting yourself out of it as fast as possible so you can improve your life. So what are you doing to contribute to always meeting the same type of queen? Like, what are you doing? Why are you always finding the same type of relationship, right? It's like a different person, but the same type of relationship. Like, maybe it's an overbearing female. Maybe it's a female that talks down to you or is controlling or stifles your love, or whatever the same emotion is that you keep finding yourself in. You gotta really take responsibility. Like, what am I accepting? Did I make mistakes? You gotta look at yourself from a third person almost, and really kind of see why are you always ending up in fights? Why are you fighting? Why do you feel like you have to fight with people that you date? Is there something you have to stick up for yourself? Are they aggressively coming after you, and you feel like you have to stick up for yourself, and you're constantly like battling, people's energies, or you just don't think the same way, right? You just don't have the same point of view. You don't have the same goals in life, or just priorities, and that results in arguments because of that. So, yeah, like lots of breakups because of it, just because of this reason. These, butting of heads, not coming together, arguing too much. It's okay to argue if you can trust your partner and the partner gives you some sort of golden nugget of information that can help you. Then arguing, in a respectful, intellectual manner can make both of you to grow in exponential ways. It's a special type of relationship when two people can understand that concept and actually practice it. But that's what a power couple is. That is something where you're improving each other on a daily basis through little mini arguments. And it's not ill-willed, though. There's no malicious intention. It's all good. It's all love. It's all things to just grow from, right? That's a good partner, when someone's there as your cheerleader and they're going to tell you what's up at the same time. They're going to tell you the truth when you need to hear it, but they're going to say it in a tactful way. Honesty without tact is cruelty, right? You can be honest and be very mean while doing so, or you could be honest and say it in a very gentle, soft, loving way, so the person gets the message, but they don't feel like you know, they're personally attacked. It's not fair, and it's very mean to do. So I think maybe, you know, like you're, it just feels like all these relationships that this king has always results in this, you know, like breaking up. And that's okay, you know, because if you feel like you're stuck in a rut of finding the same type of person, you gotta change something, you know, you gotta think, you know, go inward and really start thinking about how are you gonna change this pattern that you're stuck in. And it really results in how do you change you? And it's so annoying, but it's true. How do you change you to get yourself out of these patterns of fighting, bickering, finding the same type of queen that just belittles you or is aggressive or is whatever it is that's negative that you don't like, you know, that you find yourself fighting with constantly? It's gonna make you just part ways, right? You know, and that's what usually happens. You just part ways. But you're never learning the lesson, you're never growing, so you keep getting to the same situation. But you look like, you know, with the hangman, you look like you want to get out of it. Yeah. You got enough strength and energy and intelligence and courageousness and power and stamina to do it. You got 2 10s here. There's like the end of old ways. Hell yeah. You know, but like this is a productive ends. Got 2 10s. I'll put these two together just so we can see here. The end of bad ways of thinking, the end of, you know, doing the same thing over and over again with the same type of people, the end of bad habits, the end of old ways of thinking, you know, old ways of life for you. You know, your lifestyle is going to change with these 2 10s. And it's because you are changing something about what you believe. Oh my God. Okay. Here we go. Here we go with these patterns again. So we got another 10, the 10 of Cups. Come on, man. What is this? The 10 of Cups is not an end. I mean, that is like a good end. That's like the end at the end of a rainbow. This is everything that you've ever wished for, dreamed for, wanted out of your life when it comes to love, family, relationships, you know, life, you know, goals, whatever it is. This is the card. We have 3 10s, people. We had all the aces the other day. Strong message of a brand new life for you. Maybe this King of Cups is realizing that you're someone that he wants to be with, because in his past with these types of queens, watch the 4th queen comes out. In the past with these types of queens, you know, it was always resulting in the same type of negative fighting and bickering. Who knows why? Maybe communication issues, or just finding narcissists constantly and not knowing that you're attracting them. Whatever is your, you know, whatever the problem is with you, you'll finally figure it out when you go inward, you know, and really question yourself. But this king is realizing that what he's been doing in the past doesn't work. What he's been thinking about relationships also doesn't work. And what he's been doing, thinking, and believing in relationships is all changing, basically. He has a brand new way of looking at love, I guess. There's been an epiphany, and there's some sort of message with the Chariot of this epiphany, of this realization, of this understanding that he now has. Start to a new work opportunity, start to new wealth. Brand new beginnings are coming your way, and it might be with this person, it might be work related. The Nine of Cups. He realizes that he likes you. This King of Cups is realizing, he's had his fair share of cups, let's say. These queens are all the same in his mind. They all kind of act the same, think the same, dress the same, live the same way. They all respond to things the same way. They're all just the same type of person, basically. He sees them as just, they could have the same name and it wouldn't even matter, because it's like the same person to him. And he's realizing, with the Nine of Cups, that he likes you. You're different. You're different. You're different from the rest of these queens. And you see all these cups stacked behind him. He's like, I've had my fair share of luck in the love department, but I have one more cup, and you're going from the 9 to the 10 of Cups anyway. I'm remembering the 10 of Cups right here. I have one more cup to give, and I saved the best for last, Scorpio. So now he's just looking directly at you, right? He was looking at the rest of these queens, but now he's just looking directly at you. And he wants to offer you something. There's definitely some sort of offer here. The Chariot and the Ace of Pentacles, so there is a offer coming fast into you at this time. I guess my cat agrees to this fast-moving message, but it could be related to a work opportunity or just like a start to something, to building something worthwhile. If it's not money related, it's building a future with someone, and they kind of want to tell you that, see how like this hand is like offering, a shiny, coin in a sense. It's like, hey, I'm coming straight to you, right? He's looking at you, and now he's in the Chariot, and he's coming straight to you with this message, of where he wants to build his kingdom, or where he wants to save, his pentacles, basically. Like you would be, he's offering you something. So, recap here. Some sort of player or some sort of man that had a lot of women that doesn't really get a good outcome with any of them. Changing his mind on how he feels and thinks and does things. Coming in with a message to you. Because he's tired of, oh my God, he's tired of fighting. He wants everything he dreams about. The Sun is the most glorious celebratory card of this whole deck. The Sun is everything that he wants, he sees in you. And that's the message, folks. That is the message right here. The Chariot. He's coming in with a bright shiny pentacle in his hands, offering you everything that you could wish for. He's offering you happiness. He's offering you the world. He's offering you true ecstasy in everything, sense of the world. The Sun could also be a Leo. It could happen in Leo season. Or just have, it has Leo energy where it's very fiery and passionate. But the Sun encompasses everything that you wish for, everything that you want in life, everything that you dream about, everything that you've ever wanted coming true. So maybe he's coming into you with this offer of love because, you know, with the Ace of Pentacles, he wants to build something new with you, and he sees it with you. He wants to create his dreams with you. Anything else for this story? Any outcome here? He's a little worried about telling you this, you know, even though he, you know, kind of knows, you know, what he's gonna do here. He's gonna get in the chariot for sure, but he's worried about it. He's afraid. Be gentle with whoever comes towards you. You know, if it's, whether it's someone that you like or not, you know, it takes a lot of guts to come forward, especially since it feels like they've been kind of like beat, I won't say beat up because they're not like physically beat up by women, but they're kind of like emotionally beat up by their past, you know, their past issues. You know, they're really tired of fighting and tired of the lies or head games and just constant battling, you know? And they're just worried that you might be the same way just because they've always had the same way. But they don't really feel like that you will be because they see you differently. They see you, you know, as the Nine of Cups, they see you as someone different, someone that sticks out from the rest, someone that really catches their eye. I'm not exactly sure why, but you do. Because you're hitting a lot of their marks with the sun here. You know, the Chariot and the Sun and the Ace of Pentacles. You know, they look at you as different and they like it a lot, and that's why they're willing to risk it. You know, because even though they're anxious about doing it, they're gonna do it anyway. Be gentle. You know, if someone comes to you and you don't want to mix with their energy, just remember to be gracious to them, you know, and thank them for being courageous anyway, you know, to come forward to you and, you know, offer some sort of cup to you. And take, you know, and men are sensitive too, you know, they're not allowed, quote unquote, to be sensitive in society. I don't know if that's still the case or not, you know. I think it's lessening a little bit. I think we should be sensitive, but you know, just give them some ease in the situation, whatever the outcome is. If you like them, on the other hand, hey, go for it, you know. Also be gentle, you know, because it's still scary to come forward with your heart on the platter. And they're just afraid. They're afraid that you're gonna be like, you know, just cold. But you are the world to them, you know, so I don't think they're really worried. We have the world and the sun. The world and the sun. You are everything to them. You're something different. And they know it, and they like it, and that's why they're having this like big realization. They've been thinking all wrong about love and relationships until they saw you, or until they met you, or they're going to meet you, and they're gonna see this, right? If you haven't met someone yet, someone will come towards you at this time or very soon, with you know, like just them being very smitten with you. Very smitten with you. Empress. I can't, like, you know, like, obviously he's, I can't stress it enough how much he adores you. He really, truly, all these queens could go to bed, basically. You have the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. All of them, even though they're all great to other people. They're all great to other people, but not to this king. This king is seeing something different, and he's seeing something different in you. And he's gonna move in fast with some sort of message to you, telling you that you are the world to him. You kind of hit everything that he could ever ask for or dreamt about in a woman or man. And you're the Empress. You just have this energy to you that is regal and respectful but sexy. You have an air to you that you walk with your head up, or you walk with your shoulders back. You have a quiet confidence that shows in how you dress or how you move about in life. And this king is smitten by that because it's different. You stick out. You take care of yourself in a certain way, or you're just different. And he's having a lot of realizations and ends of old ways, it seems like, or he's definitely thinking differently. And he has an end to old ways, but there's a Ten of Cups here too. There's a lot going on here. But I would expect a message of some sort coming in soon, from someone that you probably don't expect, someone that you probably would expect them to be more player-like, or just someone that you just instantly wrote off because they are kind of like, they have been kind of busy getting around with all these queens, right? But now that he's seen you, and it has been working hard in his own life, and just kind of, going inward and doing his own shadow work, I think he's coming to a realization about love and what he wants in life, and he's coming towards you. There will be some sort of message and an opportunity, some new opportunity. Maybe he's coming in like that because it's kind of odd to just come in and just confess your love to someone. And, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you know them, maybe you don't know who I'm talking about yet, but they're smitten with you. That is a definite. So I'll just pull one more card to just kind of like put an end to this love affair here. And there's definitely something moving towards you. So get a little excited about that. Just remember to be gentle. Everyone has feelings, and especially if they already have feelings for you, you just got to make sure that you treat their feelings with respect, whatever the outcome. So your broken wings are mending. Relax and know that you are receiving a miraculous gift of healing, bouquets of blessings. In time, this man is going to change his whole lifestyle, and I see that, he's choosing a new lifestyle with you. That is what is going on with this story here. Your broken wings are mending. I think you will both come together and really help each other heal in ways that you wouldn't expect. Or maybe he knows this with you because you obviously, we have the world, the sun, and the Empress. I don't know. I would be flattered if I was you. I would be very flattered by how he thinks about you. And it's real respect and love. And the Ten of Cups here is signifying, from the Nine and the Ten of Cups, I think that you're going to be able to come to a good union with someone where you both want to help each other in ways that money can't. I mean, money helps, and maybe you do help each other with monetary things if that is in your realm, or if that's your ability and that's what you want to do, whatever. But you're going to help each other in ways beyond money too. It's going to be, money is involved, but it's about wealth. It's about creating your life, building your empire, building your fortune, building your life. What do you want your life to be like? And I think this person is thinking a lot about that, and working towards what they want, and they see a new life with you. And they might be very anxious or a little bit scared. I think they think about it a lot, obviously at night, how they're going to do this, when they're going to do this, how, like, they're nervous. So give them, if you know what's happening and you know the person that might be doing this, give them a break, give them a gentle nudge to let them know that it's safe to talk to you. And I think that you'll both be able to heal each other when you both open up and trust each other. When you finally connect, I think there'll be some miracles happening, blessings between the two of you. You'll bless each other, basically. Yeah, that's a good word. So I'll leave it there.